Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I want to talk about something so simple yet so powerful: rest. In a world where hustle is glorified and burnout is common, one of the most radical things you can do for your success, your health, and your happiness is to sleep well. But I know sleep doesn't come easy to all of us. Tossing, turning, overthinking. Sound familiar? Most people underestimate the true power of rest. In today's fast-paced world, rest is often treated like a weakness, something only for the lazy or unmotivated. But that's a false narrative. Rest, especially sleep, is not a luxury or an optional part of your day. It is the foundation of everything you do. It's where your mind resets, your body repairs, and your soul recharges. Without enough of it, your brain slows down, your body breaks down, and your motivation fades away. Sleep is not just about closing your eyes, it's about opening up your full potential. Think about the most successful people in the world. The top performers, elite athletes, visionaries, and leaders, they all guard their rest. Why? Because they know sleep is fuel. It sharpens focus, it balances your emotions, it strengthens your immune system. It builds mental resilience. Without good sleep, even the strongest mindset begins to crack. Even the best plan starts to fall apart. When you don't sleep well, your body operates in survival mode. You can't create, you can't lead, you can't push yourself to your limits. That's not laziness, that's biology. Now ask yourself, are you really giving your goals a fair shot if you're constantly sleep deprived? Are you showing up as your best self if you start each day exhausted, foggy, and frustrated? Or are you grinding through the day on fumes, hoping motivation will somehow carry you through? The truth is, motivation without energy is like a race car with no gas. It looks good, but it's not going anywhere. That's why rest must be respected. It's not the enemy of ambition, it's the foundation of it. You don't have to hustle 24/7 to prove your worth. You don't have to chase dreams while ignoring your basic human needs. Real strength is knowing when to pause. Real wisdom is knowing the value of recovery. Because when you get the rest your body needs, you rise faster, go further, and burn brighter. So don't just see sleep as the end of your day. See it as the beginning of your power. See it as a secret weapon that can unlock your discipline, your clarity, and your drive. And the best part, you already have everything you need to start sleeping better. Because inside you, right now, are natural tools designed to help you find rest. Your body was built to protect you, heal you, and calm you down. And one of its most powerful gifts is something most people never even think about: pressure points. Your body is covered in these tiny, specific areas that, when activated, can trigger powerful responses. Certain points send signals to your brain to release relaxation chemicals. Others ease muscle tension or slow your heart rate. This isn't magic or guesswork, it's real, it's studied, and it works. These pressure points are part of your nervous system's quiet language. They help you move from stress to stillness, from chaos to calm. You don't need expensive sleep gadgets or complicated routines. You don't need to depend on pills or hope for luck. What you need is awareness of how your body works. Awareness that healing doesn't always come from outside. It can come from within. And when you press the right points before bed, something incredible happens. Your body listens. It slows down. Your mind follows. Thoughts stop racing. Worry loses its grip. And you slip naturally into the restful, deep sleep you've been missing. Every night before bed, you have a chance to give your body the signal. It's time to rest. These 7 pressure points are not just tips, they are tools. They are your switch from tired to recharged, from restless to peaceful. When you learn to use them, you're not just falling asleep. You're taking back control. You're showing up for yourself in the most powerful way, with intention, with care, and with respect for your own energy, because a well-rested mind is an unstoppable force, and that force is already inside you, ready to be awakened. We live in a time where people are constantly looking outside of themselves for solutions. When sleep becomes difficult, we reach for pills, devices, or distractions to help us switch off. The problem is, most of those solutions are temporary fixes. They don't get to the root of the issue. They override your body's natural rhythm instead of working with it. What we need to understand is that the human body is incredibly intelligent. It is designed to regulate itself, to heal itself, and to guide itself into balance when we let it. You don't need to rely on anything artificial to fall asleep faster or to stay asleep longer. You don't need to become dependent on something external to create inner peace. Your body already holds the answers. It already contains the tools. What you need is to trust it, learn from it, and use it. One of the most overlooked truths in today's health culture is that natural methods, when applied consistently, can be more effective and sustainable than synthetic ones. Pressure points are a perfect example of this. No side effects, no long-term dependency, no withdrawals or tolerance build up. Just a gentle activation of the body's nervous system to release what no longer serves you: tension, anxiety, restlessness, and invite what does: calm, balance, and deep rest. When you commit to natural solutions like pressure point activation, you're not just improving your sleep, you're building self-reliance. You're taking ownership of your health, and that is power. The most successful people in the world know how to regulate themselves. They know when to act and when to rest. They don't wait until burnout forces them to stop. They listen to their body early. They work with it, not against it. That's what you're doing when you press these pressure points before sleep. You're working in harmony with your biology. You're not forcing rest. You're inviting it. You're not shutting your brain down. You're easing it into a natural state of stillness. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. That is strength. This isn't just about avoiding medication or skipping sleep aids. It's about reclaiming your confidence. When you use your own body to calm your nervous system, something shifts inside of you. You begin to believe in your own power again. You realize you're not broken. You don't need fixing. You just need the right practices. And when those practices are natural, they align with the rhythm of your body, your mind, and your spirit. And this is where the beauty of ancient wisdom meets modern science. Pressure point therapy, also known as acupressure, is thousands of years old. It was developed through deep observation of how the body responds to touch, pressure, and energy flow. Ancient practitioners didn't have access to laboratories or machines, but they had something just as powerful: awareness. They studied the patterns of human wellness. They learned where the body held tension and how gentle pressure could release it. That knowledge has stood the test of time, and today science is catching up. We now have studies showing how certain pressure points reduce cortisol, the stress hormone. Research proves that acupressure can lower heart rate, improve breathing, and reduce insomnia. It isn't folklore, it's physiology, and that should excite you, because it means you can use something ancient and proven, something simple and accessible, to improve your life. You don't need a degree to understand it. You don't need a prescription to use it. You just need your hands, your breath, and a willingness to try. This meeting point of ancient and modern is powerful. It reminds us that sometimes the most effective solutions are not the newest ones, but the ones that have lasted. It reminds us that healing doesn't always require complexity. Sometimes it only takes a moment of mindfulness, a touch in the right place, and a willingness to let go. When you bring this kind of intention to your sleep, everything begins to change. You don't just sleep, you restore. You don't just rest, you rise, and in that rising you find clarity, strength, and purpose that carries into everything you do. When you master your sleep, you master your mornings. And when you master your mornings, you begin to shift the direction of your entire life. Most people don't realize how much their day is shaped by how they sleep. If you wake up groggy, drained, and stressed, that energy carries into every task, every interaction, every decision. You're reacting to life instead of leading it. You're running behind instead of rising above. But when you sleep deeply and wake up refreshed, your energy changes, your mood stabilizes, your thoughts are clearer, and your confidence grows. You stop hitting snooze and start hitting goals. The way you start your day becomes powerful, intentional, and focused. That is the gift of good sleep. It sets the tone for everything that follows. The people who lead, who innovate, who inspire, aren't just running on caffeine or motivation. They're fueled by recovery. They give their mind space to dream, and their body space to heal. They wake up with purpose, because they went to sleep with peace. And it's not because their lives are easier or their minds are calmer, it's because they've learned to prioritize sleep as part of their personal growth. That kind of mastery starts with simple habits done consistently. Pressing pressure points before bed might feel small, but it sends a powerful signal to your mind and body. It says, "This time is sacred. This rest is non-negotiable. This is my reset." You can do all the right things during the day. Set goals, grind hard, stay disciplined. But without rest, your progress becomes fragile. You may see results for a while, but it won't last. Burnout will come. Fatigue will win, and your passion will start to feel like a burden. Sleep isn't the opposite of success, it's what makes success sustainable. Think of it like recharging a battery. You can push until it dies, or you can charge it consistently and perform at your best every time. When you sleep well, you wake up ready, ready to lead, ready to create, ready to build the life you want with clarity and strength. And if you want change, you can't just wait for it. You must act. Knowledge alone won't help you sleep better. Good intentions won't improve your energy. Action is where transformation lives. That's why the final point is so crucial. You must take what you've learned and put it into motion. Don't let this just be another idea you liked. Make it a shift you live. Tonight, before you close your eyes, take 5 minutes to press those 7 pressure points. Do it with intention, don't rush, breathe deeply, let it become your ritual, your reset. This isn't just about sleep, it's about who you become when you commit to your well-being. It's about choosing to show up for yourself, even in the smallest ways, because those small moments become momentum. And momentum becomes transformation. When you take this step, you're not just pressing points on your body, you're pressing play on a new level of personal power. You're saying yes to balance, yes to discipline, yes to becoming the version of yourself who doesn't just survive the day but owns it. You have the knowledge now, you have the tools, the only thing left is your action. Don't underestimate how powerful that one small act can be. It can change how you sleep, and that can change how you live. When you act on what you know, when you apply it with purpose, you stop being a passive participant in your life. You become the driver. You become the force that turns rest into strength, silence into strategy, and sleep into success. Let tonight be the start of that shift. Not someday, not soon, tonight. Let this be your first step into a stronger, more focused, more energized version of you.